Heartbeat City. It's called Drive, and this is Rip at 719 KDZA. Enjoying our breakfast from Wendy's this morning. At Wendy's, you never get a breakfast that's packaged ahead of time. You get breakfast made to order and made fast. Just got through enjoying a breakfast sandwich. I suggest you have one of those today, maybe with some orange juice, or some coffee. French toast is ideal, too. We've had them all this week. I want to thank the good people there at Wendy's for providing us with breakfast so that we could tell you all about the great breakfast at Wendy's. Try the omelet platter, all right? And you can have it your way, too. Ham and cheese, or maybe ham, cheese, and mushrooms, ham, cheese, onions, and green peppers. Ooh, the omelet platter. Try that this morning, okay? At Wendy's. Made-to-order breakfast on North Elizabeth and over there on West Northern. It's 7:20 right now at KDZA, and I've got some coupons to give away. Good for breakfast sandwiches at Wendy's. We'll do that a little later on, so stay right here.
Did you hear about the...
KDZA, and wouldn't it be nice? Fabulous Beach Boys here in the springtime, 7:24 at KDZA. And coming up in a few minutes, the announcement of the next Pepsi Dash for Loaf and Jug Cash. Be listening for the store location. Head on down there. Be the first 12 people in the store to say the phrase that pays. And that phrase is, I buy my Pepsi at Loaf and Jug, and you'll win. So stay right here. Be listening, okay?
National Bank offers you high-interest, fixed, or variable-rate IRA certificates with your choice of maturity dates. All are insured by the FDIC to $100,000 for a secure and substantial amount of cash at retirement. There are no management fees with a Colorado National Bank IRA. Remember, this year there'll be no extensions beyond April 15th. So open your IRA now and get the maximum advantage of tax-deferred. It's a big idea from Colorado National Bank, Pueblo. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Member FDIC.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Partly cloudy today, windy and cooler tomorrow. Now today's high 60, low tonight 30. And currently downtown from the top of the United Bank, we have 32 degrees right here at KDZA. Up next, headline news brought to you by the Midtown McDonald's at 7:27. Time to get your morning off in the right direction. Head to the Midtown McDonald's for breakfast. In the news center, Steve White.
Thanks, Rip. Sheriff Dan Hanovich is worried that half of his deputies might be leaving for better-paying jobs, and he's let the county commissioners know about it. The State Department of Highways says it will replace some road signs along I-25 near the Lake Avenue exit. And once again, Pueblo was hammered by strong winds yesterday afternoon. KDZA Headline News has been brought to you by the Midtown McDonald's restaurant.
Yes, sir.
Well, here we are on the verge of another weekend.
Yes, sir.
About time, I tell you. Seemed like a long week. Got any plans?
Plans for the weekend?
Yeah.
It's my son's birthday today.
Oh, well, great. Happy birthday.
Little Adam's 3. We're going to, go out and paint the town tonight.
Oh.
Or I should say this afternoon.
Yeah.
He'll never last through the night. But that's about it. How about you?
Well, I got another big one planned.
Oh,
it never fails.
What are you going to be doing?
Well, they're going to be trimming the trees in front of my apartment tomorrow, so I've got to set my alarm early for that one. I don't want to miss it.
You'll be there.
I want to see how they get up there on that cherry picker and trim those upper branches and everything.
Only somebody like you can get a special pass.
Yeah,
to be able to see an event like that.
Front row for that. And then the guy next door to me is going to put a new trap on the pipes under his sink tomorrow.
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah? Well, I just hope the guy trimming the tree is through in time for me to go down the street and see that one, because I don't want to miss it, If things go right, I should be able to catch both of them.
Maybe you'll be able to help out, too.
Yeah. Now that spring is here, a lot of people doing yard work. I got a friend that works at a sod farm. He promised me a few weeks ago, and I hope he comes through with it, that he'd show me how they cut the sod and roll it up on those wooden slats for delivery.
I always wondered how they did that.
Well, that's something that's kept me awake many a night, wondering how they did that, because it stacks so neatly, and how do they get that sod to roll up like that without breaking in sections and so forth? I'm going to find out tomorrow, hopefully.
Tell us, please.
Then I had a big highlight planned for several months now, but it looks like it's fallen through. This weekend in London, they were to unveil a wax replica of John Davidson at Madame Tussauds Museum. But the artist forgot to do it, so plans for that are kind of scrapped, I guess.
You won't be there.
It'll kind of make up for it, because this month's copy of the Wayne Newton Fan Club magazine should be in the mail tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be something to look forward to.
You're such a jet setter.
What can I say?
He lives in the fast lane, folks. I wish I could keep up with him. I just work with him. 7:30. KDZA with Rip Avina, Steve White, and Sue Tripathi. And guess what, gang? We got a special guest on the telephone. You might have heard of him before.
Uh-oh.
Who is this on the phone?
Oh, this is your ultimate newsman, Mike Castellucci. I'm here with you, Rip.
Mike, what are you doing up so early?
It is early. I don't know the sun. I didn't even know the sun was up this early. But we're here. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
What does matter though is we're here at another Loaf and Jug store, and that means another chance for you to win cash, cases of Pepsi, or Loaf and Jug subs. As a matter of fact, I'm helping to make them right here.
Well, listen, Mike, what part of town are you in?
Well, I'll tell you, we're at 3639 Baltimore. You know where that is. That's at the corner of Baltimore and Highway 50 West.
That's in the north side.
Yeah, it's right across from the Royal Fork, okay?
3639 Baltimore.
Right.
Stop what you're doing and head on down to the Loaf and Jug at 3639 Baltimore.
That's right. I'll tell you, the next 12 people who come running in here and tell me I buy my Pepsi at Loaf and Jug are winners. It's as simple as that, Rip.
Sounds very good to me. Now, listen, you help them out there.
All right,
Because
I'll do it.
it gets real crowded.
Does it?
The record is 3 minutes. Scott Butler set the record for 3 minutes.
Well, I want to beat that record. I want to do it right now.
Well,
So
get
let's
on down there.
everybody down here, all right.
3639 Baltimore. The Loaf and Jug Dash for Cash for today is on, so we'll be talking to Mike in just a few minutes. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Okay, it's 7:33, and it's time for the weather. And Sue Tripathi.
Yes, we're going to see partly cloudy skies today. And, of course, the winds, they're going to stick around. They're going to linger around. I'm getting a little sick of them, but they're going to be around today. We should see a high today of about 60 and an overnight low of 30. And currently in Pueblo, it's about 34 degrees.
Okay, well, yeah, we can put up with a wind maybe just one more
Yeah.
day. Just as long as it's not windy on Easter, right?
Yeah,
Nah, that should be pretty
exactly.
nice.
And Steve just went over what he's going to be doing for the weekend. And I wouldn't want the weather to interfere in any way with what he has planned for the weekend.
You know, it's going to be exciting.
Oh, I tell you, that fast lane of yours that you live. 7:34. Time for the school lunch menus, and make sure you head over to the Loaf and Jug store at the corner of Baltimore and Highway 50 West, right across from the Royal Fork. The Loaf and Jug Dash for Cash is going on right now. And menus are brought to you, of course, by Salmon Ray's.
Now, Salmon Ray's Pizza delivers right to your door. Yes, now you can have that famous Salmon Ray's Pizza delivered right to your door from either Salmon Ray's location, north or south. Get a better pizza at a better price. Now, both Salmon Ray's Pizza restaurants are delivering the best pizza at the best price. It's the great news your pizza appetite's been waiting for.
No one treats an appetite so right, Salmon Ray's. Cook to and only Salmon Ray's.
Salmon Ray's Pizza is now delivering.
7:35. Check your time. Make sure you head over to the Loaf and Jug at 3639 Baltimore. The Dash for Cash is going on right now.
Oh, and that reminds me, the Ultimate Newsman will be doing Saturdays for the next 6 weeks now, in case he's still listening.
Mike Castellucci, the ultimate newsman. I like that. I kind of like that. I think, Mike, if you're listening right now, you're gonna have to bump heads with Steve White and Sue Tripathi for that one. School District number 70. What do we have for lunch today here?
Well, for lunch on Good Friday, School District 70 is going to be having a grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
And you can never go wrong with that.
Never.
I'll take it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. And also, as I always say, it's an unwritten law, hot tomato soup you got to have along with that grilled cheese sandwich.
Sounds good to me.
Nothing else can substitute. Fresh vegetable relish.
Ooh.
Vegetable. I like to say that. Peach crisp for dessert. And as always, 70 lets you have your pick of milk or orange juice.
Well, School District number 60 today, the Lenten special, fish and chips today on Good Friday. Lots of ketchup, tartar sauce, iced carrot sticks. They must be leaving them in the fridge now, because it doesn't really get that cold.
Not too much.
Apple kuchen, coochie cooch. Come here, Sue. Come here, Sue. Apple kuchen and milk in District 60. What are the Head Start kids having?
Head Start, well, they're having something similar to 70, toasted cheese sandwich.
Okay.
But they're not having soup. They're having buttered mixed vegetables.
Uh-oh.
No soup?
No soup.
I can't believe no
With
tomato soup.
Bring your own
a citrus
soup.
fruit cup. Butter cookie. Now, that sounds good. And milk.
Okay. Head Start once again?
Toasted cheese sandwich.
Okay, and in the Big 60, we are having fish and chips with tartar sauce. And in 70, Steve,
Grilled cheese.
there you have the school lunch menus. Have yourself a great day at school at 7:36 at KDZA. The Loaf and Jug Dash for Cash is going on at the store 3639 Baltimore. We'll be talking to Mike Castellucci in just a few minutes. Right now, it's time for Agnetha, the astrological forecast lady.
Good inside tonight. Until next week, This is Agnetha, KDZA's astrological forecast lady.
Well, Steve, I think Agnetha's a little upset because we didn't let her go do the loaf and jug dash for cash.
Oh, that's right.
She's a little upset because, she had to do her job. We planned it that way, Agnetha. On the telephone, Mike Castellucci, the ultimate newsman. What are you doing?
Boy, I tell you, this is exciting. You just come in here and then they're gone. What time did we have on that? Did we break any records?
Well, I think we had about 5 minutes.
I don't like that at all.
That's okay. We can live with that.
Okay, that's okay. They come in here, they almost knock me down, Rip. It's terrible.
You had 12 people come through the door.
Yes.
And say what?
I buy my Pepsi at Loaf and Jug, and I gave them an envelope, and we got prizes all over the place.
You had cases of Pepsi you're handing out, I bet.
Cases of Pepsi. We got sub sandwiches that I helped make, by the way, and also that $50 winner, too, came in here.
That's right. You worked at that Loaf and Jug in Salida, didn't you, for a while? I remember that, yeah. And,
I know exactly the operations of this place.
And a money winner, too.
Right.
Where
$50 winner over here. Maybe we could get her over here.
Okay, can we get her over there to talk to her a little bit, maybe?
Hang on.
Find out her name.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Here, why don't you talk to her?
Okay,
Rip?
hi.
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
Kim Leibarger?
Kim, hi. Happy morning to you.
You too.
Boy, and you're a cash winner.
Yeah.
How much did you win?
$50.
$50.
Huh?
Courtesy of Loaf and Jug and Pepsi and KDZA. What a way to start a day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where were you going? Were you going off to work or school or what?
Go.
Going off to school. Well, listen, we don't want you to be late.
Okay.
Okay, you're $50 richer.
Yeah.
And keep listening, okay?
All right.
Thank you, Kim.
Bye-bye.
All right. Another
All right,
cash
Rip.
winner. Well, listen, Mike, thanks a lot, and we'll be listening for the next Pepsi Dash for Loaf and Jug
good.
Cash, okay?
Thanks, Rip.
Mike Castellucci at the Loaf and Jug store at 3639 Baltimore. Took just 5 minutes, Steve, to hand out those 12 envelopes.
Boy, that's pretty good. She'll be buying some friends some lunch today, I imagine.
I would think so. Oh, yeah. Boy, Kim, I forget her last name right now. I didn't write it down, but I want to congratulate the lucky winner. $50 cash. Boy, she'll be bragging at school today. Look what I want. 7:40. Today is the 5th day of April. What's on the agenda?
Well, April 5th today, this is traditionally considered to be the date that the great biblical flood began subsiding, and Noah's Ark touched land about 4,000 years ago in the year 2348 BC.
And they say it's somewhere on top of some mountain.
Yeah, in Mount Ararat or something like that in Turkey, I believe. What else is going on today? In 1915 on this day, Jess Willard, an ex-cowpuncher from Kansas, knocked out Jack Johnson in the 26th round at Havana, Cuba, thus winning the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship. Well, that's what years of punching them cows will do for you. Get you in shape for that.
Hey, Rocky used to do that.
He'd have that side of beef.
That's how Rocky would train.
Oh, here's a biggie. The governor's frog jump and egg striking contest happens today in South Carolina.
Oh, gee, we can't
Don't
make
ask
it.
me why.
We can't make it.
Yeah, I know, boy. Besides those two activities of frog jumping and egg striking, that's kind of a milder form of cow punching, I guess. There'll also be clogging exhibitions. Now, you can leave it up to your own mind what a clogging exhibition is. Break dancing and a parade.
This is where now?
This is in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Let me see, what else we got going on here? I guess, in case you're interested, a full pink moon will occur tonight. Pink moon.
I've never seen one of those.
I don't know. I saw a full moon this morning, but it didn't look pink.
It looked pink to me.
Once in a pink moon.
I mean, how you going to dye the moon pink?
A pink moon happens once in a blue moon. I don't know. The top 3 songs 17 years ago today.
Dip the moon into that pink solution there as you take that one egg out, please.
Now, we're talking 17 years ago, Rip. This is the oldies list. Honey.
Honey. For the old test today, Bobby Goldsboro.
You got it?
I'm feeling old today.
Young Girl.
Young Girl, Gary Puckett.
Oh, and boy, one of my...
Gary Puckett's coming to Colorado Springs, too, to Central Station.
Oh, yeah?
Just thought I'd tell you.
Well, I wondered whatever happened to that guy. Oh, he was on the Happy Together tour.
Yes, he is.
That's right. Yeah. And one of my favorite oldies, Cry Like a Baby.
Cry Like a Baby, the Box Tops, ladies and gentlemen.
Got it. Today's celebrity birthdays include Eric Burden of the Animals.
He's about my size, too.
Yeah.
He's a short guy.
About your age, too, 44, I think.
No. He's not my age.
Actor Michael Moriarty is 44 years old today. Gail Storm is 63.
Okay.
Gregory Peck is 69 years old today. Ooh, one of my favorite actresses, Betty Davis, is 77 years old today. Actor Max Gale, Wojciechowicz of Barney Miller, he's 42 years old today. And Paul McCartney's ex-girlfriend, Jane Asher, is 39.
And the Belmont terrorist. The Belmont terrorist is having his birthday today.
Oh, that's right.
Adam Avina. Adam Avina, the Belmont terrorist, is having his birthday today. Matter of fact, he's probably just waking up right now.
I saw his picture in the post office the other day. Yeah.
Oh, you know, boy, they know him throughout the neighborhood there, up and down Kickapoo Street. Adam's celebrating his 3rd birthday today.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Ads. And we'll go see Pinocchio or the Care Bears today. It's 7:43. Sports is next with Steve White right after this on KDZA.
Exciting! Don't you miss it. The 1985 Sport Boat and RV Sell-a-thon, April 12th through the 14th at the State Fair Ag Palace.
7:45 at KDZA. And Steve White standing by, and the Nuggets won last night.
That's right. The Nuggets pulled off a close one last.
Satellite from RKO.
And that's it for KDZA Sports this morning. I'm Steve White.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Listen, time to give away some breakfast sandwiches from Wendy's. I'll take the first 5 callers. The first 5 callers at 542-4487 will win a breakfast sandwich each, courtesy of Wendy's and KDZA. Get on the phone right now. Exciting morning. We had a $50 cash winner at the Loaf and Jug store at 3639 Baltimore. Another cash, Dash for Cash contest. And not only did we have a $50 cash winner, but we gave away a bunch of cases of Pepsi and 6-packs of Pepsi and Loaf and Jug Super Subs. And we recorded that contest in about 5 minutes. So, boy, you guys are picking up on this contest. We thoroughly enjoy that. Also, giving away breakfast, too, to Debbie Gentili, Mitty Solano, Dave Leba, Mary Martinez, and Linda Charbonneau. They each pick up a certificate good for a breakfast sandwich from Wendy's. Okay, I'll have more winners next hour, so please stay close.
Phrase that pays and win in the KDZA Pepsi Dash for Loaf and Jug Cash.
Good morning. It's 38 degrees under mostly clear skies here in Pueblo. I'm Sue Tripathi along with Steve White, KDZA News.
Get ready for some more gusty winds this afternoon.
We'll take a look at that story plus others. The news is brought to you by Pueblo Bearing Service, your industrial supply headquarters for Southern Colorado.
What has thousands of feet, lots of connections, and the ability to solve problems? It's the hydraulic hose department at Pueblo Bearing Service. Yes, there are thousands of feet of low, medium, and high-pressure hydraulic hose in stock, along with hundreds of different fittings and adapters to solve your hydraulic hose problems. And the factory-trained personnel at Pueblo Bearing can assemble a hose while you wait. So when you have hose needs, call Pueblo Bearing Service, 544-0583, or stop in at 5th and Elizabeth.
60-mile-an-hour winds blasted the Pueblo area yesterday, causing only minor damage and power outages in Boone and on the city's east side. Light rain also fell at times, and there was a quick drop in temperature of about 30 degrees between noon and 5 o'clock last night. We'll probably see the wind continue today, along with cooler temperatures.
Rocky Mountain Airways and United Airlines have teamed up to cut the fares on connecting flights out of Pueblo. The fares for the connecting flights to Denver will cost only $5 to $10 more than flights originating in Colorado Springs. But officials say the cost will be offset by the free parking at Memorial Airport.
The basic story is that you can now fly out of Pueblo for, actually when you figure in all the costs, it's not $10 more, but the total package will be less in just about every case to fly out of Pueblo than to fly out of Springs or Denver. It's been our goal, and we think with our free parking, the convenience that Rocky Mountain is now providing, that's the other thing that we think is important.
City Council President Mike Salardino says he hopes the new fare package will increase the use of Memorial Airport. He says the city will soon begin a marketing campaign to make the public aware of the benefits of flying out of the Pueblo Airport.
Sheriff Dan Dohanovich is asking the county commissioners to help keep his workers from leaving for better-paying jobs. Dohanovich told the commissioners yesterday that 3 of his deputies have already left and that more might be leaving.
It's becoming a critical issue now. I've been informed that we're presently have within our department some 27 people that are on the state list, eligibility list, to take jobs out of our correctional facility.
Tahanovich says the State Department of Corrections offers better benefits along with the counties up north, and that Pueblo is being used as training ground. Even though the city can't afford to give the workers a pay raise, Tahanovich has suggested making payday every 2 weeks instead of just once a month, or raising the mill levy to increase salaries.
Some of the signs along I-25 pointing out the Lake Avenue Business District will be put back up. The State Highway Department removed the signs last summer for work on the Lake Avenue interchange, but never put them back up. That angered business owners along Lake, who complained that tourists driving through the city didn't know that a business district existed along Lake. The state now says it will put up gas, food, and lodging signs near the Lake Avenue exit, but not the business district signs, since they don't comply with federal highway laws. Most merchants along Lake appear to be satisfied with that proposal.
And a Pueblo driver involved in an auto pedestrian accident last December will be starting a 60-day jail term on Monday. 25-year-old Lawrence Ornelas was found guilty of drunk driving and was dropped of criminally negligent homicide charges for an accident which occurred on 30th Lane, killing 65-year-old Espidian Trujillo of Denver. Ornelas will also be on probation for a year and has to pay court costs of $235. This portion of the news has been brought to you by Pueblo Bearing Service. We'll be back with a look at national headlines in a moment.
This Thursday night at Central Station in Colorado Springs, take a trip back into the 60s, a tribute to the Byrds. Tribute to the Byrds, with ex-Byrds Mike and Gene Clark, Chris Hillman, ex-Firefall member Rick Roberts, and many other musicians from the 60s. Doors open at 6. A tribute to the Byrds at 8. Thursday night, Central Station. April 15th, it's live closed circuit of the Hagler-Hearns fight. And April 16th at Central Station, don't miss Rick Nelson live on stage.
I went to a garden party.
Tickets for a tribute to the Byrds, the Hagler-Hearns fight, and Rick Nelson are available at Independent Records downtown and at US Tech on Highway 50 West, or call 570-0884. Also coming to Central Station April 23rd, it's Johnny Rivers, and on the 25th, Gary Puckett, all at Central Station in Colorado Springs at 2 West Las Vegas.
This is KDZA Pueblo. The 8 o'clock report continues after this.
Taste the difference that quality makes. With Nettie's chocolates, one taste is all it takes. Remember that old-fashioned goodness through and through. Well, Nettie's remembers too. Nettie's Colorado candies bring out the kid in you.
There is no finer place to get your Easter goodies than Nettie's Candies. Anything you could possibly imagine is available. Nettie's has specially molded candy in chocolate and 5 other flavors. Surprise eggs, chocolate eggs filled with Easter candies, chocolate Easter baskets filled with candy, cream eggs, even panoramic eggs with beautiful scenic designs. Nettie's also remembers your sugar-restricted diet with a big selection of yummy sugarless candies.
Nettie's Colorado candies bring out the kid in you.
Nettie's Candies, 109 Colorado Avenue on the Mesa Junction.
President Reagan has just one appointment on his schedule before he leaves on vacation today. Senate Majority Leader Bob Dole and Senate Budget Chairman Pete Domenici are the Oval Office guests. No word on what's to be discussed, but the meeting comes a day after the President and Senate Republican leaders announced a budget compromise that would cut next year's federal deficit by $52 billion.
President Reagan is heading for the ranch after tying up some loose ends on the foreign policy and budget fronts. The president tried to ensure congressional passage of aid for anti-government forces in Nicaragua by tying his request to a peace plan. Reagan promised to use the money for humanitarian purposes during the time it would take the two sides in Nicaragua to start negotiating. The White House also announced it had reached agreement with Senate Republican leaders on a deficit reduction plan. President Reagan accepted a smaller defense budget in exchange for more cuts in domestic spending. I'm Joe Ewalt at the White House.
Congress has recessed for a 10-day Easter Passover holiday, leaving a demand for a better balance of trade with Japan ringing in administration ears. Some lawmakers are making good on threats to press legislation to protect U.S. markets unless there are changes. The latest comes from Senators John Danforth and Lloyd Benson. It would restrict imports of telecommunications telecommunications equipment from countries that don't buy enough U.S. telecommunications products.
Economic analysts will take a hard look at last month's unemployment data when it's released later this morning. Analysts expect the unemployment rate to stay close to the February rate of 7.3%, but they'll be watching for continued weakness in the length of the average work week and in creation of new jobs, as was the case in February. That usually points to more joblessness on the horizon.
Ohio State Senate President Paul Gilmore says he and other top state officials will know by noon whether Chemical Bank of New York will give a firm offer to buy the closed Home State Savings Bank. But Gilmore says it'll take another week to wrap up negotiations and complete the sale. The state is looking at supplementing the sale with as much as $80 million tax dollars to ensure that depositors would get all their money. Home State's been closed since March 8th following the collapse of ESM Securities Incorporated of Florida.
The U.S. Forest Service says it's planning to bring in firefighting crews from other parts of the country to battle blazes in 6 tinder-dry southeastern states. More than 60 buildings have been destroyed and at least 11 people have been injured, while hundreds of residents have been evacuated. States of emergency have been declared in one North Carolina county and South Carolina.
And Sue will be back with a look at today's forecast next.
Once again of about 60 degrees. Currently downtown from the top of the United Bank, it's 39. I'm Sue Tripathi along with Steve White, KDZA News.
Thank you, Sue. 8:05 here at KDZA with Rip Avina, and details on how you can win money in the Pepsi Dash for Loaf and Jug Cash. KDZA at 8:50 this morning. We are going to be playing We Are the World, the tribute to those, of course, starving in Africa. Not a tribute necessarily, but an awareness as we do our best to try to raise that consciousness of those starving in Africa. USA for Africa, of course, has the song out, We Are the World, and we're going to be playing it at 8:50 this morning, along with just about every radio station in the country, if not across the world. That's at 8:50 on Good Friday this morning.
Hi, this is Gary Springfield.
KDZA, sad song, Say So Much. Music of Elton John, 8:20 in the morning at KDZA.
In what year?
1971 memories at KDZA. Never Can Say Goodbye. Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 at 8:25.
It's time.
Please seek professional advice.
Listen for Tax Facts Monday through Friday at 8:25 a.m. and 4:25 p.m. Brought to you by Minnequaw Bank on KDZA.
It's 8:27. Today's weather forecast. Partly cloudy, windy and cool. Tomorrow, partly sunny and a little breezy, too. Now, today's high 60, low tonight 30. And currently downtown from the top of the United Bank, we have 43 degrees presently at KDZA. Headline News is up next, brought to you by the Midtown McDonald's. Make sure and stop by and have breakfast this morning there. Steve White's in the News Center. Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Rip. Further details on these stories and others in about 25 minutes. KDZA Headline News has been brought to you by the Midtown McDonald's restaurant.
Yes, sir.
Well, imagine 13-year-old Mark Brecker's family's surprise when he came home the other day and showed them a lottery ticket worth $13 million. And he also had the newspaper confirmation of the winning number.
Oh.
Well, everybody started phoning relatives and friends and making plans on buying new houses and cars and all that, how to spend all that money. And little Mark waited till his folks and him got to the store where he bought the ticket before he yelled, April Fools. Seems little Mark had gotten a copy of last year's paper and bought a ticket with the number to match. Funny stuff there, Mark. You know, if I was little Mark's, little 13-year-old Mark's father, he might not make it to 14. Needless to say, Mark's parents weren't really amused by his little prank, but they forgave him. Even told him they'd take him to the amusement park and all that, but only if he promised to stand up on the roller coaster. And little Mark came home from school the other day and saw a sold sign in front of his empty house.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but, you know, back together again. They won't, folks, watch out for him. They won't let him play anywhere else except the highway. And the only time he can listen to his radio is if he takes it in the shower with him.
Oh, I see, okay.
So I think everything's back to normal now.
His favorite card in the deck is the Joker, right? Oh, boy.
Ooh, that's
what a
real
kid.
Funny.
You gotta hand it to him. That was pretty good. It's 8:30. Oh, It's All This Love for You at KDZA. Good song from The Barge, 1983 memories at 8:36. Today, KDZA salutes the Daughters of Mary as the CCA Club of the Day. This year, area clubs and organizations are competing for over $5,000 in cash and prizes. So congratulations to the Daughters of Mary, the KDZA CCA Club of the Day. KDZA, that's Cyndi Lauper. She's so unusual at 8:42. What's not unusual is the fact that we have winners like daily. We have all kinds of contests going on constantly. This is the station with all the winners, and I'm going to take the first 5 callers right now on the KDZA studio line at 542-4487 to win breakfast from Wendy's. Yes, you are Wendy's kind of person, so get on the phone at 542-4487 to win a breakfast sandwich from Wendy's. I'm taking the first 5 callers on the phone right now.
This week, West Las Vegas.
It's 8:45. The weather for today, partly cloudy. The winds are going to kick up again. It'll be cooler, though. Today's high 60, low tonight 30, and currently downtown from the top of the United Bank, 45 degrees at KDZA. Janie Street at KDZA, 8:48 under the clock, and Rip Avina coming up in 2 minutes. We Are the World, and the simulcast broadcast of over 5,000 stations together playing this song on Good Friday at that time. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Corniest chips around.
And right now, you'll find the absolute lowest price in town at Pueblo's Superfood stores.
So don't wait. Stock up now on Candy's tortilla chips at Superfoods in Pueblo,
In Belmont,
on South Prairie,
on East 8th,
and on West 4th Street.
It's 8:49 and 25 seconds. Rip and Steve in the morning. And Steve, we have agreed to play We Are the World. At the same time that just about every station in the country will be playing that, and that's going to be in about less than 30 seconds from now.
It's a pretty awesome fact that, as you were saying, 5,000 radio stations at once airing the same record, and especially for the cause that it's being done for.
And NBC has agreed to feed it on their satellite distribution to England, Australia, Canada, West Germany, and then they're going to simultaneously translate it to Hawaii and Alaska.
And also the Muzak Corporation, this is like the second time in Muzak's history that it's done something like this.
Now, if you dial across the AM dial and the FM dial, you're going to hear this song being played by just about every radio station in the region. Let's get the point across. We are the people. We are the world. We are the children. And we can make it happen. We can do it. Everybody's playing that song. And on Good Friday, Steve, couldn't ask for a better day. Ooh, the reason for the global broadcast that you just heard is to get the point across it. We are the world. We are the children. And I think we had just about every radio station in southern Colorado playing that song.
The power of the airwaves.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the power of the airwaves. Radio. And the radio medium is very powerful, and we want to do our part, is what it's all about. So thank you for participating, all you radio stations out there. I want to thank the gentleman from WROM AM in Rome, Georgia, and the gentleman in Ogden, Utah at radio station KZAN for coming up with the idea.
That was a pretty good idea, I'll tell you.
That was a heck of an idea, and thank you for letting us be part of it. Ourselves, our FM station, Z100 with Tom Chase, and just about every radio station on the dial as we were dialing across.
That was neat. You know, that's all you heard all the way across the band there.
Once in a lifetime. And don't forget, here's a good idea. Give up your lunch today. What you normally would treat yourself at lunch today and send it to USA for Africa Foundation, 6420 Wilshire Boulevard, 19th floor, Los Angeles, California, 948. We have the address here in case I went too fast with the address. Or go out there and buy the record.
Yeah.
$1.98, or the album, or a sweatshirt. Do something. Do your part, because we are the world. And it's 8:57.
You're listening to KDZA, where you can win money in the Pepsi Dash for Loaf and Jug Cash.
Good morning. It's about 40 degrees under partly cloudy skies in Pueblo. I'm Steve White for KDZA News. Some good news for the Pueblo Airport. United Bank, it's 46 degrees. This is KDZA Pueblo. I'm Steve White.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Stive? No, he plays with the police. A little past 9 o'clock with details on how you can win money in the Pepsi Dash for Loaf and Jug Cash. Daryl Hall, John Oates at KDZA at 9:11 in the morning.
The fun